Jomur the Dusk Star is where we're at now. And it looks like we need to go over here to Haub, the Midnight Star. Burns bright over the standing stones, the edge of flagging hands. So it was like South Star, Jomur. So we're not actually like going to these stars. We're just like moving from place to place under the star. That was also some hella bones. You see that? Everyone, we're headed back east, all the way across the valley. Towards the cairn of Haub, then. The accursed imp here felled the mighty bone titan, Shaq's six shoulders. Okay, cool. That's right, we'll have to risk it. What if that minstrel guy doesn't turn up by then? We shall find him on this night or another. We continue searching for some time, however the minstrel's nowhere to be seen. Well, what's the deal with this guy? However, after overcoming the fate rather soundly last night, you find Hedwin off on his own. You sense he wants to talk about your decision to exclude him from conducting the rite. I guess we'll have some tough choices to make before this is all over, my friend. Just been thinking about that. I'm glad you let the others go instead of me during the rite. I mean that. All the more since we succeeded. I don't know what's more intense, participating or just watching from the sidelines. Anyway, thank you for checking in. I'm off to go make sure we're ready to move. I like how the only, the normal video game protagonist, type character, right, because he's, like, a white-looking man, is also the, kind of emotional one, right? He's the one that talks about his feelings, and, I think it's very cool. He departs to check on things outside. He seems to be the caretaker for the group, which I really like. You sense he has no misgivings about what transpired, and is more concerned at present about the missing minstrel. Bay's scribe catcher. A bundle of sticks she insists in hanging in the rafters. Believes it brings good fortune. Yeah, caravan dad. Right. Anything new in the book? No. Okay, let's continue our journey. Still no sign of the lone minstrel, though Jodariel tracks potential signs of movement east, the same way you're headed. You consider where to search for him. Well, we came through Glue Hive. Oh, Jodariel believes he must have taken the same route. Anything Jodariel says, I do. I'm following the Jodariel storyline right now, so... As you make your way through the flats of Glue Hive, all there is to show for the missing minstrel is a deeper scowl on Jodariel's face. Blast! I felt certain he would have taken our same route to the springs of Jomur. It's all right, Jody. Could have gone anywhere. Likely there was nothing to be found either way. We should keep moving. You pick up bits and pieces of minstrel's significance to your fellow exiles. He was there when they first discovered the Black Wagon, but speak little more of it for now. Jodariel is so fucking cool. I want to know everything about her. Stop the wagon. What? How come? Because of her. They're coming. They're coming for us. We have to be ready. We have to. Does she mean what I think she means? I believe so. Your fellow exiles scramble to prepare the wagon for whatever's out there. Once you help them settle in, perhaps you can learn more of their source of concern. I just had a thought for my GM notebook. Excuse me a moment. When I'm highly inspired by games, I have to keep taking time. Sorry, everybody. That's what you get for making me play such a cool game. Okay. So anyway, where were we? I don't think we have nothing to do because this would have like a sigil over it. So let's prepare for the night. They are coming for us. They fear the scribes. They fear the scribes. I know they do. What is she talking about? What's going on? Howlers. Lots of them. Why isn't howlers a... whatever. What are we going to do? They fear the scribes. I get it. Calm yourself, Bay. We shall give them reason to fear us as well. We use the raiments and the books. One of us can draw them out under the reader's watch. It should be just like one of our rights. We need a volunteer to go with you. I'll do it, reader. Please, you have to let me. And the scribes, they'll protect me. I know they will. Jadariel exchanges looks with Hedwyn. Each of them nods at you as if to signal. Okay, good. So I don't have to actually choose. That howling sound, it means they're here. Oh, by the scribes. So this is the other, like, the mini game. Fend off the howlers. Tower defense. No, stop. Get out of here. I'm trying to play.
Welcome to the Math Squad.
What's up, Uncle Shazam? Welcome to the squad. Thank you. Okay, so when you're in their aura, like, you slide, I guess? It doesn't seem like it does much.
Welcome to the Math Squad.
Deimos, welcome. Thank you. I have to take a more active approach. Yeah, try to line them up. There we go. What's power casting? I have to do it. Ah, fuck. How do I power cast? And what is that? But I am pressing B. That's weird. Here they come. Oh, now I have 205. Oh, you release it when it flashes. I see. Okay, let's try. Oh, I see. There's like a specific timing for it. Oh shit, they can come around the top too. Fuck. Fuck! How many hit points do I have left here? Ah, there we go. Okay. Jesus! There we go. Release X when flashing to power jump. Huh? What? No, a ferocious creature. So many gerblins. So when you see an exile's aura, you flash for a faster attack. Right, okay, that's cool. The howling subsides. Your fellow exiles scramble out to check on Bay. You find her in one piece, along with an unfamiliar little face. Look at the cutie. Look at that thing. Isn't he the best? Can we keep him? You sense a depth of experience in this creature, at least judging by Drive Imp standards. In fact, you feel a connection with him. Perhaps you concentrate, you can derive some meaning from his calls and screeches. Excited and frustrated. The Drive Imp seems to have history with your wagon. You're beginning to understand him. The Drive Imp recognizes you as a new reader of the Nightwings. He's pleased to meet you. Seems satisfied as having gotten through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you've learned of him so far. No one argues against letting the little creature come along. Inside the wagon, the other Drive Imps stare at him with something like reverence. The Drive Imp joined you. Seems to know his way around. Adorable. Look at this little fucker. You can see the little imp has made himself at home. He rushes right up to you. The new imp seems very pleased in the wagon. Indicates he was able to find you thanks to the swarm of howlers. He has no love of howlers, and they know not to mess with him either. He plans to set up a nest that would ward off any further trouble. He's happy to be back where he belongs and urges you to keep going. Can we just have a game about him, please? All right, onward. All right, through the lick sand to the cairn of Haub. The lick sand. Oh, okay, the imp is. We have to go this way. So what? We're gonna talk about taxonomy for a second. What makes this a sports game? What about this qualifies it? Is it simply its similarity to basketball? Is it that there are teams? Is it game? Like, what is the... Okay, this is the question, I guess. What is the difference between a game and a sport? Are all sports games? Not all games are sports. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm feeling like I get like I'm on both sides of this thing, because on the one hand I'm like yeah, I get it. Like, it feels like I'm playing basketball, right? It feels like a sports game. But on the other hand, is that even a useful, like, you could just not call this a sports game too, right? Like, you could call this a fantasy ritual adventure game. Like, I hesitated there because I don't know if there's, God. Fundamentally, we all come down to, like, semantics. Right, well, I mean, not all sports are games. What sport is not a game? What? It's fascinating. Fucking fascinating stuff. How is figure skating not a game? You're performing actions to get points. Figure skating's totally a game. This says more about games than it does about sports, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying, like, it's interesting. I'm offering counterpoint because I feel like that's ultimately, I think, the only place we can come to is the absurdity of titling things. The figure watching the black wagon from afar approaches, arms spread wide, like Temba, although a hat and cloak conceal the figure's features. Then, the imp rushes out towards whomever it is. Creak. The imp is riled up at the sight of whoever is approaching, though in an almost joyous way. Roth King Claith? Tizo! It is good to see you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
Tizo, it is good to see you, and you found the others, even faster than expected. The imp called Tizo appears very pleased. The lone minstrel turns toward the rest of you. Ba-bum-bum-bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I hit him with my whip. I hit him. Get out of here, Alucard. Hello. Hello, we have not met, but I know who you are, or who you must be. I returned as promptly as I could. I really want to give him a Transylvanian accent. Hello! We have not met, but I know who you are or who you must be. I think I'm gonna do it. I returned as promptly as I could. Have you walked with the scribes themselves? Because I think maybe you have. Hello indeed. You had us worried there when you took off. I should knock him back into his slumber. I did not aim to cause you such concern. As soon as I awakened, I had to notify my client that the Nightwings have returned. Your client? I, my client, Sandalwood. He is your point of contact, as I understand. You did not find his wagon by mistake. So, what now? You continue down the path. That is why I am here. When we meet my client, he shall explain. For now, you have a job to do. I assure you, I shall not interfere. But I mean to accompany you. Would that be all right? Hedwin and the others exchange looks. Welcome back, Dracula. You got a name? I am sometimes called Tariq. It is a pleasure to meet you, Nightwings. He appears to be a traveling musician, yet seems connected to the rites. The lone minstrel returns to the black wagon with your fellow exiles. We got a cheerleader now. Hey, Starbuck. Beautiful, beautiful backgrounds. Look at that. The cairn of Haub is a foreboding sight. It is here that the rite is soon to commence. Reader, if you have a moment, once we are settled on these grounds, I wish to speak with you in the wagon at your leisure. I love the organic way that thing like takes a breath and then unfurls. Also, I don't have anything to sell. A little sample? Check this out. Seeing as how you bought the Mooncrest thing for me last time, I'm thinking you could just use this and I got more if you want. A pinch of stardust. Raise the rank of certain talismans. Oh, crafting. Interesting. Well, I do have 62 bucks, so let's buy another one. It's pretty, woo, you know what I mean? Oh my god, they're drugs. They're magic drugs. Okay, what should we buy? What's another good item? Lunar glass is super expensive. Let's buy this Kerfang. Thanks, guys. Good luck at that thing you're going to tonight. Performance enhancing magical dust powder. Okay, hang on a second, Dracula. The Lone Minstrel and his white lute chronicle the journey of the Nightwings through song. Using it, you may hear glimpses of your past experiences across the downside. Oh, it's the jukebox. That's pretty cool. The book's got more to say to us too, but I'm gonna equip somebody with this thing. Here, you. Take that. And then let's try to boost this thing. Rad, okay, cool. So that's how that shit levels up. You know, perhaps, the thrice-cursed name of Solium Mur, the Emperor of Sar, the first exile, and my liege. This chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life. Such was the hatred for him in and around his country. Yet we found in Solium Mur a man transformed, in body, mind, and spirit, a man deserving of much more than mercy. In time he named us all his scribes, and he became the 8th. It is my greatest honor now to share with you his deeds. So, I feel like this feels familiar. Is that like the first page, or? Oh. We have. So, okay, so let's read the second one again. We'll get you all caught up. How many nations did I scour in the name of Solium Myrrh? How many countries fell before our spears and blades? Such questions mattered less to me with each passing victory. Our legions swelled across the land, our dominion grew. The Emperor Solium Myrrh paid this little heed. He tended only to his personal affairs. Our legions relished the autonomy. We did not know the Emperor cared nothing for his legions nor his people. He cared only for that which was before him. One day he learned of such a thing as was to befit his name, and vowed to seek it out. I knew it was a fool's errand, but my liege, he would not listen. He instead insisted to pursue a certain treasure, a celestial orb, freshly fallen from the heavens in the reaches of the downside. He would be a living legend if he only could grasp it. Whispered in his ear the Kael'mar Ropecaller, his elder and most trusted aide. Would that I slew that man myself. His was a simple and brilliant ruse to draw the Emperor further still from his responsibility and towards his greed. Thus did the Emperor begin an expedition into the Forsaken Land. He insisted he go himself. The lone minstrel seems to have situated himself in the wagon. He's very still, not unlike when he was sleeping. Reader, I shall keep this brief, as you shortly have a rite you must conduct. You've read something of the Book of Rites, which means you may know something of my nature. On the contrary, you know not what he means, and yet he soon senses this. Forgive me, I spoke too soon. Suffice it, I have served the Night Wings for some time. Conduct the rites with glory, and you shall achieve what you seek. The lone minstrel nods farewell to you and steps away. Cool. The Faithful Drifter. Bay is a young vagabond girl with an odd manner and unshakable sense of curiosity. She is a savage, simple folk, ostracized for their deficiencies or differences, even prior to their sentencing, called also the Moon-Touched, overly resistant to the principles of lawful society. She was Moon-Touched. The Commonwealth did not know how to handle those who did not fit neatly into its mold. Oh yeah, she's chaotic neutral AF. It is said those born under a wild moon oft lead a charmed and troubled life. She appears to be a vagabond, wandered downside for some time, managed to get by. Her simple and sincere demeanor suggests she likely was shunned in the Commonwealth. Would have been considered a savage by the standards there. Essentially, unusually interested in the legends of the 8 scribes. She's boosting that religion skill. Okay, fucking commence the rites. All is quiet for a time, and then, out of nowhere... From out of nowhere, charges in a gangly cur. He stops short and gives you a mighty sneer. That's Barker Ashpaw. Real piece of work, just don't make eye contact. A troublemaking cur who thrills in the defeat of the triumvirates who stand against him. Would you look at this lot? Even got one of our own. Consorting with the two-leggers. You're a disgrace there, mate, you realise? Good to see you, Barker. You're looking well. Didn't you know about the rites? I know about a lot of things, my friend. For instance, I know you're going to be very, very sad after we wipe the floor with you here. Don't know whose back you scratched to earn yourself a spot on the Eye of Mighty Nightwings here, but I'm going to make sure you all regret it, because why not? Sounds good, sounds good. The cur Barker laughs away as his pack stumbles after him. You hear them howling and cackling as the stars above begin to glow. Yeah, he says mate and oi a lot, so he's just got this generic, like, Austro-English accent.
To the splendors of the accursed cairn of Ha'ub. You shall find the downside
the game
less pleasant from this point.
The game absolutely, like, uses sport vibes, too. Like, this guy is our announcer. We have different arenas, different teams.
Hunger to defeat you. Perhaps not simply to regain their freedom, but to deny you yours.
Yeah. Let's commence preparations for rumbling. As the stars shine down upon you, the pack of curs you stand against this night continue hooting and howling. Oi! Come on, you lot, let's boil some blood! Then Ruki pulls you aside. Look, chum, I don't know how to say this, but I can't go against these guys. Just trust me on this one, okay? You sense he means it. You make a mental note to ask about the history with Barker whenever time permits. It's alright, Ruki, we can take care of them. Begging your pardon, but if you need another to stand at your side this night, I have someone here whom I would recommend. Do not be coy with us, minstrel. Don the robes if you intend to stand with us. Oh, I did not mean myself. The rights are not for me. I was instead referring to this little one. Well, that's it. I'm out. It's too cute. I'm done. I refuse to play any more of this game. It's too adorable. No, I'm not gonna do it. No, I refuse. I'm done. It's too cute. I can't. I'm not having it. All right. Okay. Fine. Fine. He's so tiny and adorable. Tizo seems to be volunteering to take on your adversaries. Absurd. The imp knows the rights. He knows a great deal. So as long as the Nightwings stand together, he shall be at their side. Though you need not take my word for it.
Champion returns.
Hey, ready. Tizo, our adversaries seem to be preoccupied. Quickly, show your comrades what we can do. The little imp peers at you. You sense his connection to the rights. How do I sense these things? Oh, he's so small. Look at him. Yeah, show me your tricks.
Another joins your ranks.
He puffs up.
Mere imp. Although, no, it cannot be. We shall see what comes of this new partnership of yours.
Oh, we can push these. Let's go. Implode. Whoop. Oh, he's like murky. Alright, cool. Well done as ever, Tizo. Well then, Ritter, who shall conduct the night? The rites in the name of the Nightwings.
Who shall conduct this rite?
Let's choose our team. So I can't use Dog Boy, so we're taking away your shit. Even though you just leveled, that's super fucking annoying. So obviously we're gonna use this little guy. Because, why not? So let's use... Bay.
Tizo.
Ah, he sounds so annoyed. And obviously, of course.
Dariel. It is done.
Tizo. Alright, let's do it.
Begin. First to be
Fuck.
banished.
Oh, boy, okay. Nerds get bent.
Why, that was all of them.
Okay, I need to get better at, like, switching team members. Can I flutter with the ball? Oh my god, I can.
The path to glory.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Oh, you poor thing.
Nope. Oop.
Your
Oh, I just
flames
passed him.
grow
I passed him the ball. God damn. All right.
Ah, Absolution.
There we go. I wish, honestly, like I wish I had slightly more time to like practice the mechanics, because I feel like I'm still like hitting the wrong buttons sometimes.
Barker's on time out. Their flame has died.
There we
A
go.
little. They did it.
Every time he says that, I'm so. All right, you lot, that does it. No more fussing around, right? My boys and me, we're proper angry now. Okay, fine.
Careful now. Your adversary Barker there seems rather fired up.
Oof. My team. Oh, we're fucked.
Our illustrious champion
Barker
returns.
throws himself into the flame.
Welcome back. Thank you. Okay, all right. Fuckos.
Didn't see it coming. Banished all of them.
She's so slow. Their like lack of autonomy is so weird to me. Like I'm so not used to it. Oh, that was close. Like that they don't even dodge is super weird.
You'll have to do better than that. Shame.
Holy fuck, they're fast. Woo! Oh, no.
So close.
Yeah, they're hella quick, these guys. Boop!
Blade doused to the flame. Once more like that, and we are finished here.
God, I like her, but I gotta figure out how to use her.
So sorry for the wait there, Rita.
Come on. Oh.
There it is.
Oh, shit, I picked up the ball and then hit the... Okay. Oop. Oh no, get away from there. Oof. Oh, I was so close.
Unfortunate.
Shut up, jerk. Yeah, no, I know about the sprint. I know. They run out of stamina, so I can't sprint all the time.
I'm summoned for the dissidents.
How did that not fucking do the thing? God damn
It
it.
is done.
There we
The
go.
Nightwings prevail yet again. Or you could say they managed to avoid defeat. The right is done.
Oh, wow, I thought... Did we just win? Did we beat them? Ha-ha! Yeah, that's right, Tizo. Well, I'll be a heaping ball of dung, but I can't believe you shoddy lot showed us the what for like that. My boys and I will just have to take you a tad more serious next time. Till then, you be sure to tell old Rookie Greentail that yours truly, he remembers everything. You hear?
The rights do tend to teach something of trust. something's awakened in the moon-touched girl.
Cool, yeah, what are her abilities? Okay, so she gets Tricks of the Rope Collar, enhancing a savage's deafness and trickery, which is heightened reflex, so the charge-up time is eliminated before she jumps or sprints. That's cool. Or the Grand Trader's Leanings, savage aggression and persistence. Charge up before she can cast her aura. I'm gonna get that one.
A devious trick from the rope collar.
Enlightenment seldom avails itself to simple imps.
And then we get Secrets of the Accursed Imp, unleashing latent and terrifying power. Or Flights of the Swallow, ability to utility to the rest of the triumvirate. Okay, so if banished, user drops a moon sign. Or while fluttering or zipping, much faster.
Tis the influence of the imp scribe. Until the stars align.
Splendid was your guidance of the Nightwings, reader. Your fellows are fortunate to have found one such as you. May you find the freedom you seek. Thanks, dude. I'm trying. During the rites, exiles are instantly banished if they touch the adversary's aura. Oh, okay. Yes, I will do that. And not touch those things. After besting the dissidents in a close contest, you return to the wagon and recover from the night's ordeal. Figure out how best to proceed. You alright, Rookie? I think so, chum. I just need a little time. Didn't count on Barker being caught up in all this. You don't owe him your conscience. You'll sort things out with him, you always do. I don't wish to interrupt, but the dark of night is waning. Reader, would you join us outside, please? You find Jodariel and the Lone Minstrel, my two favorite characters so far, gazing into the sky above the valley. Let's take a look. Off to the green star, Milithy, the bog star, burns bright over a fetid cavern in flagging hands. Whoa, slime lump. That's cool. Then it is as I feared. We are to press further north, beneath the valley to flagging hands. The scribes are watching over us. They'll protect us wherever we should go. Had you been to Flagging Hands, you wouldn't say such things. It's a gloom-filled, desolate region of the downside, beyond which lies the sea. A fetid sprawl of noisome, festering, unpleasant adjectives. Basically a disgusting swamp pit. See, if you'd been there, you wouldn't say that. The scribes have turned their back on that place. If I may, the bleakness of Flagging Hands shall wear upon you, for to be sure, I urge you to take what the rest you can, for you shall need your strength upon the road ahead. Fellow exiles agree to turn in. At dawn, you'll press deeper into the downside. I love calling it the downside. That's so good. All right, so obviously we'll talk to Rookie in a second.
To the Mouth Squad.
Lemnis Cadist. Welcome to the squad. Thank you. He's a little nest. He's got a little stuffed animal in there or something. That's great. All right, Rookie. You can tell something's troubling Rookie, though he seems relieved to see you. Hey, chum? Listen, I gotta level with you right quick. You remember Barker from 5 minutes ago? Because of course you do. Not exactly easy to forget, but believe you me, I try. Well, he's got me by the scruff. I've been down here a little while, and as you can see by now, but Barker, he's been here longer. Made quite the name down here. As for me, I needed help, you understand? I had a certain standard to uphold. So I figured he'd be the one to ask. But then his familiar grin returns. So, what if I owe him, though, right? Chum, I got people on the other side, and just between us, we're loaded. I mean, rich. No problem with Barker. Soon it's going to take care of itself, just as soon as my people send the money through. So I'm telling you right here and now, don't you even worry about it. I'm sure everything on that front's going to end up real tidy real soon. Yeah, I totally believe you. I completely believe everything you say. Actually, I guess I can check on the Little Watcher, a venerable drive imp who seems to know the ins and outs of the Nightwing's Black Wagon. So we know what he can do. He is an imp, ravenous creatures indigenous to the downside, a scant few of which possess a higher intellect. So he's like a flying goblin. He is a drive imp, trained to operate the intricate machineries of the Black Wagon's the downside. And then we don't know much else. Alright. Oh, Rookie. I haven't had like a downtime action in a while. Come dawn, you find Hedwyn and Jadariel assessing the current situation from the minstrel. Are you most certain? Aye, madam. I make no claim the journey shall be pleasant, but it is necessary. Hedwyn motions to you as they continue talking. Seems we'll have some work to do when we arrive in Flagging Hands. Let's get going as soon as you're ready. Sooner we get there, sooner we can leave. Yeah, I don't have to check the book. The book is like glowing and jumping. And yes, I checked the loot. Alright, well, dude says we go this way, so.
A kind gesture.
Thank you, Omega Ferret. Flatting Hanos. The Flagging Hands region proves as dismal as Jadariel indicated. The air is thick and foul. How far to the pit of Milithi? A fetid den in which the witch, Milithi, sealed the physical form of Islak Astralborn. All the way across the marshlands on the coast. Reader, would you join me in the wagon for a moment? We have matters to discuss. Go see what he wants. Hey, look at that orb. Look at the orb go. Thank you for your time, reader. I have something for you on behalf of my client. Before you is an artifact called the Beyonder Crystal. Beyonder Crystal. Interesting. An artifact connected to the rites. Should the reader manage in your eyes, present the crystal only then. As you have surmised, the triumvirate you are to confront during the rites, the rites shall stop at nothing to prevail against you. They have prepared for this for quite some time. The Beyonder Crystal. Alright. Show it to me. Let me put my gaze upon it. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Rookie. An apparition appears, clad in the raiments of the rites, but incorporeal. I sense you're not a total idiot. Okay. She reaches for the clasps on her mask. Oh, that's so cool. Look at you. Oh, you look so cool. Why are the characters designed so fucking cool? Where are my manners? You must be their lovely reader. Please call me Sandra. A wraith expelled for eternity within the Beyonder Crystal, bound to serve the rites. She's a cool ghost! We met briefly before when you first beheld the book, when you were stuck inside of it. I was among the phantoms your companions banished there. No doubt stroking their egos. You listen well enough to that damn voice. Now I suggest you listen well to me. I'm bound in servitude to you, along with any idiots whose freedom happens to be entwined with yours. I know the rights better than anyone. I soon can whip you into shape, but if you take advantage of my services. I offer scribe trials for your friends. If they can pass, it should be worth their while and yours. Secondly, my Beyonders and I. The Beyonders is such a great name. The practice rites. Okay. You can always come and chat and briefly free me from eternity of boredom. You have invoked Sandra. Request of her. A scribe trial. I think Rookie is the only... Yeah. The loudmouth cur. I suppose he's ready, technically. Though I have a litany of reservations about him. Bring him forth. Chum, why are you looking at me like that? Get in the orb, Rookie. Get in the fucking orb. Just get in there. All right, what's the big idea, huh? Some kind of trick you're playing? The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Shut your snout. Listen well, Kerr. You answer to me in here. What? Your mouth runs quicker than those stubby little paws. Okay, just like you're... I guess it's you and me then, huh, chum? Wherever you are. Oh, 3v1. That's some shit. Oh. I see their auras are bigger than mine, so I can only hit them if they have the ball. Oh shit, I tried to get in there fast. Okay. Oop. There we go. Good job, Doge. One more. Okay, so you do have to be like right in the middle of that thing, hey? Not right on the edge. Makes sense. Oh, go get it. There we go. We did it. Good job, Airbud. This is how we do it, right, chum? It is, and you acknowledge likewise you did not do it on your own, despite having to face my demon friends all by yourself. You passed my test, Kerr. Congratulations are in order, both to you and your lovely reader. Now farewell. Mercy is the beating heart of our glorious society. Mercy, even for the foulest traitor. Interesting. I received Jomer's Fang after Rookie. Oh, it's like a special. Got it. Special items only for them. It's like their side quest stuff. Got it. Got it. Got it. Cool. Let's obviously let's equip it. So what does it do? Casts his aura lingers longer than usual. Neat. So like the trail on the ground stays. Was there more to talk about, perhaps? Yeah. What are you thinking about? I appreciate the effort to make small talk with me, reader. Anything to break from the monotony of staring at the void within this place. Not that I could see it if I tried. Certainly I can make talk with my fellow Beyonders, trapped here as they are with me. You might expect we would all like to keep each other company. There's just one problem there, however. We're all sick of one another. I do exaggerate to some extent, but there's a certain truth in this. We've been stuck together long enough, we've grown more distant rather than more close. But I'd best not wear out my welcome with the likes of you. I've long since done with all the others here. So I will say this is my first criticism of the game. The game and all the narrative and flavor and stuff have like very little to connect them. Like, it's like, play basketball, then learn about the characters and play the visual novel, then occasionally play basketball. It feels a little bit like the story mode of Dance All Night. Yeah. I'd like to see the two things, like, not even like narratively, like the matches affect the narrative. It just feels like they're very distinctly like do the game, click through the reading. Do the game, click through the reading, back and forth, in a way that, like, I want to play the game more. I want that. Give me more of the game stuff. They're very short. I like the fiction. I like the art. Obviously, all that stuff is really appealing and cool, but the game is way more like a visual novel than I want. The gameplay doesn't care. Yes, Mortal Kill. That's a good point. The gameplay doesn't carry the story. That's my only, so far, my only criticism is that I'm like, okay, I'm not that interested in sitting here and like reading a bunch of shit. You're showing me the game, or you're telling me about the story, and then I'm playing the game. So I don't. They feel very separated. So carry on for now, and if those fools with whom you travel learn something, come bring them forth to me, and I shall see to it you learn some more. Let's go. Yeah, right? Like, the choices they made for the framework of the game is that the game is exceedingly wordy in one part of the game, and then totally silent, basically, in the other part. You find everyone is feeling rather miserable. Let's get the fuck out of here. Aw, -1 hope. A moment, reader. There are several courses we may take through the flagging hands. If you choose to prolong your stay, it may be worth your while. Like, I'd like to give me like 4 or 5 games in a row. Not like one and then a big long meandering thing and then, like, just give me, like, hammer out a few games at once. All right. Lone Minstrel says we get a valuable item if you take a job in Cold Moat. Headwind, okay. So Fallowfield or Cold Moat will get us a valuable item or improve a talisman. Plaguemont cuts right through. We don't have to worry about. Okay, let's go to Cold Moat because it's got like skulls and stuff. That seems cool. Hey, Sasquatch. The north route to the Flying Hands is dismal. There's little talk. Only Tizo seems unaffected. Speak not directly to the living shade and be true to your heart when responding to its inquiries. And make no attempt to look it in the eye. The Lone Minstrel offers these and other words of advice as you approach the burial mound of Cold Moat. Ooh, a cool ghost. A glimmer of shade appears before you as you stand surrounded by the dead. You barely see it and it does not speak, but you feel its thoughts piercing your heart and mind. According to the shade, the book you possess may lay some of the fallen here to rest. Shade leads you to your work. As you turn through the book, locating passages concerning freedom in the spirit, you recite the words that seem best to fit each fallen you see. It is draining work. The shade resurfaces and leads you to a hollow stump, then fades away. Oh, a Noxstrom. It's $50. It's pretty good. By the time you reach the Pit of Milithy, everyone besides the Imp Tizo seems to be feeling even worse than before. Yeah, I know, you keep reminding me, or is this cumulative? Do we have like -3? Oh, we got a new page. Okay, Ron. Purchase that. We'll obviously go buy this thing. Presents. Hope. I think I'm gonna save the rest of my money now. Didn't I think I got 50 for that thing. How much was this? Oh, it was 18. Okay. What's up, girl? You sense Jadariel's steel gaze well before you turn to her. Reader, rummaging about the wagon once again. Tell me something, now that you're here. Look at me. Are you afraid of me? You consider the question. You've never met someone like her, but you do know something of what happens to people who remain in downside for many years. Jadariel wishes to know if you fear her. You are very much aware she could snap you like a twig at any point. Or, from what you know of her thus far, you sense no need to feel afraid of her. I'm not scared of her. Like, physically she's scary, but like I don't have the fear of, she's not gonna hurt me. You tell her that, although you do not know each other well, you do not fear her. On the contrary, feel safer in her presence. Truly. In that case, I have much work to do. You shall fear me yet if you survive this place. I knew she was gonna say that. Now then, I'll go make my rounds. She walks away. Yes, we gave her some hope. She's a badass lady, though. Okay, let's read that next page of the Book of Rites. It was not long before the Empire began to crumble. With my liege gone, his own country quickly turned upon itself. I must admit this collapse had started long before the Emperor's disappearance. His decision to give chase after a myth but hastened the inevitable. All the while the rope collar stood by, awaiting such time he could rule in my liege's stead. He would be our people's savior. His first charge was to organize a search for the missing Solium Mur. Warriors, pathfinders, and scholars heard the call, prepared to seek him out. That's cool. Great. Let's fucking play some basketball. As you make preparations for the coming rite, you wonder if the stars above will be visible through the dense fog hanging over the pit. Then, Tizo seems very concerned by something in the vicinity. The little imp disappears in a hurry. Oh, is Tizo all right? He was so frightened. He was not frightened. He was issuing a warning. Silence, everyone, take cover. Jadariel makes several notes, quick note of several hiding places among nearby crags and rotted husks. You wait. Something about the place dampens your senses. You see a snoot sprout. Then, from the shadows, a writhing shape slides forward, its hulking form draped in raiments. Weird snick, boys? The shape stops. Slowly its head turns from one of you to the next, each in turn. Wise of ye to hide yourself from us, little nightwings, ye trespass on the resting place of the astral born. We shall see ye when the stars muster the courage to illuminate this place. After a time, your companions reconvene. That was a bog crone, serpentine creatures native to the Commonwealth's southern bogs, widely feared. Though formerly part of the Commonwealth, the bog crones tend to keep to themselves. Aw, thanks, Night Eyes. Indeed, that was Witch Udmilda of the Withdrawn. Oh, those were the team logos, those things we saw around the outside of the arch. Ow. Although the rites dictate she cannot harm you bodily, with her, best not to take unnecessary chances. Also, this music is the most, like, modern. It sounds like hip-hop. It sounds like a hip-hop instrumental track. It's the, like, repeating triplicates on the hi-hat and the synth sounds. Like, it sounds like a backing track for a rap song. Right? Like, you hear that? Which is an interesting choice because it's the most, like, adjacent to basketball so far of any of the tracks we've heard. And kind of an interesting choice. All right, here we go. Cool.
Made it all the way to the detestable pit of Melith.
Oh, it's pronounced Melith. Okay,
So,
good.
of course, you have disturbed your ancient adversaries, the Withdrawn. The deranged witch who leads them has big plans in store, should she prevail in all this. Now, as you know, I normally would wish you a shameful defeat. But in this case, I wish you a little bit of luck.
Uh-huh. A little flame that shall never warm ye here, much less survive the night. Hear us, Islach. Scary Islach. Rookie trots forward from your ranks. Listen here, you old bag. You don't scare any one of us one bit. You or your buddy Islach. Now, we doing this or what? Are we gonna do it, or? Oh my god, Ruki is totally just Ishi. Then, Udmilda moves her slender fingers to her mask. Foolish, Islak shall grow.
You have returned.
Hi, Operkio.
Soup?
Oops.
The rite shall begin forthwith.
Alright, so.
Jodariel,
Obviously Judariel.
Ruki,
Ruki, and then probably Bay?
Bay. Very well.
No matter where you go, Islak will find you and devour you. What's up with her weird aura?
Commence.
No.
None left unscathed.
I say thee nay. Dunk.
Night wings make their march upon the flame. Udmilda banished. Devious maneuver.
I mean, not that devious, but yeah. Okay, alright.
The night wings seem to be falling behind. Positively brutish.
Whoa. That's a hell of a power.
Bay plunged into the fire.
The Nightwing's pyre burns brighter for now. Farewell for now, witch.
Intercepted.
A daring display.
So that time we
Flinging
dunked
the orb
it so that I get to
into
keep.
like that.
Yeah,
You
okay.
elude banishment.
Elude?
using such tricks.
Bay doused the flame.
But we deal less damage if we throw it. Okay. The lifeblood of Islak flows within this lair and beneath this world. His lifeblood shall engulf ye. Alright, Dendar. Oh, good. You just get to cheat and put
The
fucking
witch
acid
invokes a profane
pawns
name,
around.
shall repeat. Best beware her foul sorceries.
Oh.
Splendid.
Yep.
Bid
Oh, I
me
walked into the goo.
contempt. Your exiles
Oh,
shall
boy.
return ere long. A rather cunning trick.
From downtown.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
Nope, too far.
Grasp the orb. Resplendent.
Hey, Bozo.
No more than a lick of flame remains. Oh, boo. Twas but a little splash.
Yeah, that's true, and Ruki can double jump. Let's try that. Oop. Oop, fuck.
Now take it.
I'm working on it. Announcer guy. Okay, here we go. Oh, cool. Boop.
And it is done.
There we go.
The Nightwings once again prevail. A perfectly agreeable performance overall. The ceremony is complete.
It would seem our adversaries failed to unnerve us. See? These bog dwellers, they're just a bunch of hissy talk. The scribes, they vanished, Islak, just as we prevailed tonight. We have failed thee, and the deed shall be repaid in blood. As for ye fools, ye shall be consumed. And everything around ye, from the soils to the stars, you shall see. Listen, girl, we just playing basketball. You don't need to be like that.
Boundless are the teachings of the scribes.
Yeah, it's very weird that your characters don't, like, move on their own because I'm so used to that for other, like, 3v3 type games with, like, AI in them. But there just is none on my team.
Right.
Having thwarted the withdrawn with aplomb, you and the others have some moments to recover from the ordeal and relative safety of the Black Wagon. So, when can we get out of here? Wait, what? Greentail had enough of Umild's responsibility for the or hospitality for the time? Oh, Jody, yeah, thanks. I'm good. The reader and the stars will point the way as ever. It's just, so far we've been going north. If that's the case again this time, the Sea of Solace. An impossible oceanic expanse pockmarked by crude little islets. The Sea of Solace spreads north and west from here for untold leagues. I could not tell you when last a vessel dared sail those waters. Tizo asserts himself during the conversation. What's the matter, little one? Trying to get you to look at something outside the wagon. Alright, let's go see what that imp wants. You find Bay and the lone minstrel gazing up at the stars. Can you not read the stars for yourself then, Mr. Minstrel? I fear it's not so simple as matters of can or cannot when it comes to me, Bay. We shall see what the reader has to say, for this is their charge. And here they are, in fact. Thank you for fetching them, Tizo. Reader, it would seem the skies have cleared to some extent. Please look upon the stars and see where they compel us to go next. Where is the next one? Oh. Sagathol, the Olden Star, but that's not, we're not going there yet. The azure star burns bright over the ruins of a lost frigate in the Sea of Solace. Cool. That's not good. You're joking, right, chum? Does the reader seem the joking type to you, Greentail? We do not argue with the stars. You talk like we can just go right into the water. Pardon my interruption, though. Perhaps we can. Say what? My client, Sandalwood, he has a way of anticipating such eventualities. West of here lies a place called Big Bertrude's, a small bog dweller outpost. All sorts of contraband used to come through here. The proprietor is an old companion of his. She may be able to assist us. That sounds like our best shot right now. Let's pack it up and move as soon as possible. Greetings, reader. It's good you're here. There's something I wish to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. You bid him to continue and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Very well, and thank you for your time. And I should further note, matters that pertain directly to the rites I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obliged. In any case, when you confronted the withdrawn and the witch Udmilda, you may recall she invoked a certain name. Islak, the Astralborn. I hesitate to say it even now. You would be forgiven if you took the ravings of Udmilda for mere nonsense. Her words, however, as it turns out, ring with a certain truth. Before the union of the 8 scribes, when first they found themselves here in the downside, this land was even less hospitable, if that can be believed. It was ruled over by the greater titans. The one called Islak was the eldest and most fearsome of the lot. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it. They used Islak's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rites. However, Islak did not truly die, for by some accounts, he seems incapable of death. The creature is regenerating now, though very, very slowly. Its vow is to devour this land and everything in it. Only then can it return unto whatever plane that banished it to ours. So in a way, it is an exile, just like you. If ever should the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence. Thus the ravings of Woodmilda are more or less inconsequential, for the while. Oh, I'm getting a little like bogged down by just like how much text there is in the game. Like it's dampening my enthusiasm for stuff where I'm just like, yeah, let's do things, let's learn stuff. But I'm like, oh, I have to stop and like listen to every person tell me like all of this stuff. And I'm like, okay, like Islak, I liked Islak better before I had to listen to you tell me all of this lore about Islak. Like when it was just the witches talking about it, it had context. But this is contextless, like, info dumping, and I'm not into it. I hope all of this is some reassurance, and now I leave you to your more immediate concerns. I should go check to see how everyone is faring at this time. Like, none of that matters. Like, I guess that's the fundamental thing, is like, okay, you tell me about this, like, dark god. Am I gonna have to play basketball against him? Because if not, I don't need to know. Right? Lore for its own sake isn't good. Like, let me tell you about the Mara, because you will interact with them. Because their servants are in the world, and you will have to use the mechanisms of Dungeons and Dragons to fight those things. Well, like, yes, he asked me if I wanted to hear it, but obviously the gameplay loop is that you're supposed to interact with people, right? That's what the game wants. Yasha-sama, welcome to the squad. Thank you. Like, I bet you this game would go by really quickly and very unsatisfyingly if you just ignored all the lore and were just like, basketball game, basketball game, basketball game. Like, the game itself has... The real story of this game here is you are competing for your right to return to society. That's the story. All this other stuff is just like fluff around it. I like it. It's cool. Everything about the universe in this game is awesome, but it's so disconnected from what actually like matters mechanically. Yeah, it's super weird. This is the place. Let's go see my client's companion as soon as you're ready. You find Ruki rummaging around in the corner of the black wagon. Hey, chum. Know what? It's good having someone else around besides these two. So come to think of it, if there's something you wanted something I wanted to get your take on, it's a promise to tell me honestly. Would you say, what I mean is, look, what I'm trying to say is, he moves in very close, making sure no one else is in earshot. I love you. It's about my mustache. I've been getting conflicting reports about it. Would you say my mustache, that makes me look a bit, you know, unscrupulous? It looks perfectly fine. Very handsome. You suggest that Ruki's mustache looks perfectly fine. He grins wide at you. Couldn't agree more, chum. I knew it straight away you're a real judge of character. Anyway, gotta check the wheels again for might. See you around. Alright. Big Bertrude's is a sickly gathering of bog dwellers who stay within shadows, and you can feel their eyes surveying everything. The lone minstrel steps forward. Sandalwood sent us. Those words are enough to make the bog dwellers snap to attention. They emerge from the mud and dark, expecting your black wagon with their strange tools. Medusa. They're so cool. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She's larger than the rest and leaves no doubt she commands the others. Thou speakest the name Sandalwood. We would know his whereabouts. Reveal them to us.
Good day to you, Big Bertrude. It is a pleasure to meet you at last. For Sandalwood always spoke highly of you and your handiwork.
He did he? We know who thou must be. Yet thou speakest of the past. Sandalwood, doth he yet live? Speak plain and quickly.
To be frank with you, madam, I do not know for certain. For I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. Though I have every faith that Sandalwood, lives. As for his current whereabouts, I understand he waits us somewhere near Wakingwood, beyond the waters.
Wakingwood is a labyrinth of forest on the western half of the Black Basin. Few know their way around it.
We wish to seek him there. Though, as you can see,
That's not a Grigori voice. No, Grigori's totally different. Like, they're both Slavic sounding. Grigori is more like this, right?
I am Dr. Grigori. I talk low like this and talk about things a more like Russian stereotype from 1980s. This guy is more of like a Dracula, like higher pitched up here.
The one called Bertrude frowns at this, studying the lone minstrel all the while. Indeed. Then leave us. Return at dawn, that is all.
By your grace, Big Bertrude.
Blah! Exactly.
He's just a vampire.
The lone minstrel turns away, but Hedwyn stops him. Hold on. Are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care?
All should be in accordance with my client's plan.
You keep calling Sandalwood your client. He must reward you well.
Aye, in the manner of speaking. He helped me find a sense of purpose I thought lost.
Hedwyn nods at this, then turns to you. Well, my friend, I guess we'll see what happens, right? Right, yeah, Heroes of Might and Magic 2 vampires. Blah, blah! You find yourself with time for your vocations. Yeah! Alright, we get to vocate. Resources? Bonus, global bonus, or... I'm gonna mentor again. I'm gonna keep mentoring my friend here. You sit down with Judariel to go over some of the subtler aspects of the rites. Bang. Yeah. Alright. And all I can do here is continue my journey. But before I do, let's take a short break, shall we? Yeah. Alright. Cool. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with lots more fantasy basketball action.